I'm here at the Emerald Ultra Lounge in Boston, downtown Boston, with Armin van Buuren. All right, so the new single, This Is What It Feels Like, Trevor Guthrie is on it. How did you find him as a vocalist and choose him for this track?
Actually, I would say that he kind of found me in a way. I was working on ideas for my new album, Intense, and I just started working in the studio with several people, you know, trying to get creative. And the way that I normally work is that I try to make an instrumental track just so you have something to vibe on, you know, with this sort of a chord structure, usually basis of a song that either I will write on or I will send to a songwriter to see if he or she can write a song over it. In this particular case, I was already in contact with Jensen Vaughn, and Jensen Vaughn lives in Vancouver, Canada, and is signed to Ultra in New York, and worked with, for example, with Madonna on her last album. So he's a really talented writer, and he got me in touch with Trevor, and he played the instrumental that I sent to Jensen. He played it to Trevor, and Trevor was immediately inspired. On that same day, the neighbor of Trevor was diagnosed with a brain tumor. So it's actually a pretty sad story. Fortunately, the neighbor is cured. The tumor is gone now, and she's doing fine. So that's a good side of the story. But Trevor was so shocked about the story that he heard my demo on the same day, and he started writing This Is What It Feels Like, which didn't sound at all like it sounds now, because at that point I got the vocal back and I could play the original demo. It was completely different than it sounds now, but then we started changing the music. I had a piano idea when I went shopping in Leiden in the Netherlands, where I live. That's how the piano riff came about, and then, you know, we added several elements, I think in the course of 4 or 5 months. So it was not like we worked on a track every day. And I remember we had sort of a draft rough version, and I sent it to my A&R guy at Armada, who completely freaked. Was like, dude, this is so big. I'm like, I don't know, man. I kind of like it, you know. So that's a long story. That's how This Is How It Feels Like came about. Trevor actually used to work in a different band called Soul Decision.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know about that. I do know how big of a, you know, kind of a, it's more of like a cult classic, I guess, the song Faded by Soul Decision here in the United States. Yeah,
he had a huge hit. You know, he's a very talented singer, and it helps. You know, it's 15 years ago though, so it's a pretty long time. But I think it's amazing to see a guy like that, to work with a professional like that. And the good news is also we really got after we did the track together, we came together to you know, to hang out a little bit in Vancouver, because he's also from Vancouver, Canada, and we just really clicked. You know, we became friends. We were both Star Wars addicts and a little bit of nerds, and so we had a click, and we used that vibe to create the video for it. Because you know, initially we had an idea to make a really arty video, and I told my A&R guy, I said, you know, I think for this particular track, I think we really have to look for a fun video as a contrast to the words of the song, which are actually pretty down. So that's what we did. We made a video of 2 guys having fun in the desert in California, racing with cars, trying to meet up with this girl that, of course, doesn't work because this girl is already taken and whatever not. So it's a fun video to watch. You know, it's what 2 guys do when they're out and having fun.
Do you think that his background in the boy band and having, you know, hits in the past is going to help sell the record?
I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. I mean, maybe a little bit. I haven't seen any crying Soul Decision fans in front of my stage yet. So.
Well, I mean, I guess it leads me to my next question. You know, you see all these EDM crossover acts into pop, and they have huge names on them. You know, your David Guetta's and your Calvin Harris, all featuring, you know, artists that are well known and established. Do you think that's necessary to be an EDM crossover into pop?
Well, if you want to go for a sure #1 hit, yeah. But that's never the goal for me. That's never been the main. You know, let's open the Rolodex to see if we can work with a big artist. Having said that, if a big artist approached me, or if I approach an artist and he wants to work with me, then, you know, if there's a natural chemistry, then fine. I don't see music as a product. I see music as a creative process, a dynamic process. So no disrespect to Calvin Harris or David Guetta.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
If that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. But that's just not the way that I work. I mean, to put a long story short, for me, what it all goes about is the song. At the end of the day, if I don't like the song, then it won't work. And you can work with the biggest artists on the planet. You can, you know, Rihanna is probably one of the biggest singers right now out there, right? But if the song isn't good, even Rihanna's fantastic performance won't make the song any better. The performance will make the song at least a little bit more enjoyable, but it still won't be a good song if it's not a good song.
All right, I know you got a lot of people to talk to here and stuff to do. Before I let you go, one of the favorite things that we do on the station is we play this thing called Fast Five. It's either this or that. You got to pick one.
Okay.
All right. It's just
Sure.
10 things listed. All right.
Okay.
So, you prefer a nightclub or a day club?
Nightclub.
Vegas or Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Heineken or Amstel?
Heineken.
Icona Pop or Nervo?
Nervo.
All right. Stroopwafels or Poffertjes?
Poffertjes.
All right, nice. Hey man, congratulations on the new single. This is what it feels like, featuring Trevor Guthrie on the radio all over the country. The album Intense is in stores now. It was released and debuted at number 4 here in the States and at number 1 in 20 other countries. I'm so happy for you, and I wish you all the best, man. I can't wait for the show tonight. It's gonna be great. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.